Since the dawn of time, humans have pondered many existential questions. What happens when we die? Are we the only living beings in this ever-expanding universe? Which legendary Pokemon can beat Pokemon Emerald the fastest? Well, today we are here to answer at least one of those. Alpharad invited myself alongside 4 other creators to participate in a Pokemon Draft Nuzlocke race, where we'd be tasked with selecting a batch of legendary beings, and then racing through Pokemon Emerald to see which one of these overpowered creatures could accomplish such a feat the fastest. Once race day rolled around, we randomized the draft order prior to picking 3 Pokemon from each one of these tiers of varying legendary strength. Like the Oklahoma City Thunder in 2022, my entire draft strategy would be centered around getting the exact Pokemon that I wanted to defeat this challenge. My main targets in each tier were Urshifu Single Strike, Iron Bundle, Deoxys Defense, and Kyogre. These are legendary Pokemon after all, so any more than a full party was really just icing on the cake. I knew that if I could nail down these 4, I was completely set for the entire race and would have what I needed to win. This meant I was willing to give up everything for the chance to draft exactly who I wanted.
Eric, before you pick, I'd like to offer you a trade.
Really? Oh, okay. Wow, I haven't even chosen anything. Yeah, what's your trade? Yeah.
I will give you all of my picks in this tier if you let me get the first pick.
Eric, don't do it. Don't do it.
Eric, come on.
Don't do it. Eric.
Which one do you want?
I'm not telling you that.
Okay, then I don't give you the first pick.
I mean, your loss.
Brayden, would you like to offer it to Pixie?
It is on the table until I draft.
I would rather take the 1 in like 30 chance that I pick your Pokemon. Give me the green one in the cloud.
Okay. Don't think it was that one.
Well, you guys could have taken the offer. You guys
I don't know which one it is. I just had to take a guess.
Give me your Dark, please.
Yeah, I see it.
Despite nobody biting on any of my offers, I ended up with 3 of my 4 desired targets because the cat had gotten out of the bag. Or bundle? So Jacob was well aware of just how valuable this Pokemon could be, meaning there was no way they were letting it fall to me.
I'm going to take the Iron Bundle because we know what this does in each
Interesting
board.
how that one worked out, huh? That you get the Iron Bundle?
Are you calling it rigged?
Wow.
The best Pokemon in the entire draft, huh?
However, I may have ended up with something even better. The steal of the draft, Kyurem-White. Not only did this Pokemon also have access to the powerful move Freeze Dry, but I wouldn't even have to wait to gain access to it. This meant that I had essentially ended up with every tool that I needed to absolutely dominate this race. Now, it was just time to go out there and execute.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Look out, everybody! Bye-bye.
Let's go!
It goes without saying that Kyogre would be the only Pokemon necessary for me to make it through Roxanne and her team of rock types. So I started off quickly by picking just a singular Pokemon and then sprinting towards Rustboro. My good pal A and I were ready to race through as quickly as possible. I've done enough of these draft lock races to know when the time save by bypassing this double battle is worth it, and with this insane power level, I think I want to try and take as many overworld advantages as possible. As you would expect, Kyogre in the rain has 0 issues sweeping through Roxanne's team, but I can't help but kick myself for not just drafting the other Urshifu who could have used Surging Strikes to play around Nosepas's Sturdy, as well as not have to sit through the rain animation in between each turn. I really squandered my 1 trade-up opportunity by not drafting the funniest possible 2 Pokemon in the first tier. Regardless, I had still managed to pull ahead of the pack despite my slightly suboptimal choice in Legendary, and nope, that wasn't supposed to happen.
Konnichiwa.
You like anime, but hate that your web browser doesn't reflect your love for your favorite Japanese cartoons? Well, you're in luck, because today's sponsor, Opera GX, is here to help. With gx.mods, you can now customize your browser to be as unique as your favorite anime characters. Whether you're a fan of high-energy shonen, dark psychological thrillers, calming slice of life, or simply some good old Japanese vibes, gx.mods lets you bring your online experience to life with vibrant themes, music, and even sounds that match your style. You can even mix and match from multiple mods to customize it to your exact liking. With Opera GX, you are free to continue watching anime for as long as you please, thanks to the power of the video pop-out feature. Catch up on all of your anime binge-watching duties while you work, study, or research every single Legendary Pokemon's learn set for the sake of a race. It's super simple. Just click the button on the left while watching, and the windowed version of the video will follow you around to each open tab. And if you're worried about the laborious process of importing everything over from your old browser, not to fear. Opera GX's quick import tool is here. The process is super simple and quicker than an anime time skip. Browsing history, bookmarks, cookies, all imported with just a few clicks. And to get started, just click on the link in the description to start browsing the internet like your favorite anime characters today. Now, let's get back into the race. Anyways, it was on to brawling next, and arriving in Dewford meant I could finally unleash the rest of my legendaries on Hoenn's unsuspecting gym leaders. Mixing and matching for each fight would be a losing strategy, as turns out these fights were not designed with 2 decades of Pokemon power creep in mind. Gen 3's pseudo-legendary would be all I needed to take down Brawly, and my lead continued to grow even further. Since we are playing on a sped-up version of Pokémon Emerald that removes the enemy team plot lines, as well as gives us both versions of the bike from the start, we typically all just take Cycling Road when getting to Mauville City to save time. But since there were some less experienced participants, we collectively decided to ban it, which meant that I would be forced into 3 mandatory fights of A-button spam. And yes, I'm still mad about it. Bro, look at this. It's just a waste of my time. I had to press the A buttons 4 times instead of 3. Watson is normally only a challenge given the lack of ground types that you have access to in a typical playthrough of Pokemon Emerald. This is not a typical playthrough of Pokemon Emerald. Watson's like, whoa, where'd you get that? I thought I designed my gym in an area where you're not supposed to have ground types. How'd you get Landorus T? He's like, I've been watching Pokemon Worlds. You're not supposed to have one of those. 3 gym badges in, and we are moving at lightning pace. Like I said earlier, overworld movement would be the name of the game, as each and every person in this race is taking down all of these fights at about the same speed. Even a single optional trainer hit could be the difference between winning or losing this race. Unfortunately for everyone else, I was playing out of my mind and not taking any risks when it came to fighting additional battles. Pause buffering past optionals, perfectly navigating gyms, Mach Bike movement? Yeah, I wasn't pulling any punches this time. Kyogre pick coming in huge. That is Flannery down.
Oh my...
Dude, are you serious?
That's
Yep.
How did
crazy.
you do that? How are you the way that you are?
Cheating! He's cheating!
Once again, Kyogre proved that if it ain't broke, don't fix it by completely obliterating yet another gym. Albeit slightly slower than that additional Urshifu would have. But speaking of Urshifu, it's finally time for Urshifu Single Strike to take the spotlight and absolutely clown on Norman's team of normal types. Let me show you why Urshifu is quite literally the only Pokemon that you needed. Why was I willing to expend all of my draft capital? Why was I willing to spend everything on Dark Urshifu? Because not only is it the best fighting type in the entire draft, it's the best fighting type, and it also gets Detect. So we can just say, no counter for you, silly. And then he's going to swap out. Lanoon's going to come in. Okay, Vigoroth, doesn't matter. Boom! Take that straight to the face, bucko. Take that, Vigoroth. Bada bing, bada boom. He's loafing. Bop. This is why you pick Urshifu right here. And there we go. There we go. We're through. Woo! Who would have thought Urshifu's kind of good? Guys, I got to say, Urshifu's kind of good.
Yeah, I gotta say, Urshifu kind of good, man.
Urshifu's just a little good. I don't know.
He's kind of insane. I feel like you're saying that because you were at Norman.
Yeah.
And,
turns out Norman could not handle these hands.
Well, Flannery could not handle these hands.
My Deoxys pick finally comes online as well, being one of the few Pokemon in the draft with access to the move Teleport. As long as I didn't pick the speed form. Having set my teleport point in Mauville City earlier, I can quickly beam straight back to the center of the region where my tear towards Fortree continues. Was it worth drafting an entire legendary Pokemon just for overworld map movement? Absolutely. Winona is where Kyurem-White starts to become the star of the show. Boasting a whopping 170 base special attack, Winona and her flock of flyers are not ready for this monstrosity to send them back to the Ice Age. This is the point where the Kyurem pick really excels over Iron Bundle, as its best move at level 33 would be Powder Snow. Yeah, that wasn't getting the job done. Not to mention, Kyurem gets Ice Beam at level 33, so if Freeze Dry somehow wasn't powerful enough, we could go even further beyond. Needless to say, all of that planning ahead was really starting to come to fruition, as I had built a near 2-gym lead over my competition, and I wasn't about to slow down now.
All right, Skarmory could be a little bit of an issue. We're just gonna fire off Ice Beam.
Who am I kidding? Who am I kidding? It's Kyurem-White, dude.
Oh, I don't know why I clicked Freeze Dry. I could have just clicked Ice Beam. I think it's fine. I think it's gonna be okay, actually. Who needs Iron Bundle? Can Iron Bundle do this? I don't think so. All right, Winona is down.
Damn.
We're moving.
How bad do you have to pee right now?
Yeah, the P meter is reaching it's definitely getting full.
Don't think of running water.
I know, it's unfortunate that there's a guy with a sink spray. It's just making me think of running water all the time.
Tate and Liza was where I really felt that Kyogre could separate itself with its access to Origin Pulse, an albeit rather shaky spread move, but a spread move nonetheless. And a Pokemon with a spread move that was super effective into Tate and Liza's Pokemon was something that no other Pokemon boasted. If we just ignore Calyrex Shadow Rider. Since Urshifu is just a tad bit faster than Kyogre, I had initially planned on slightly underleveling it so that I could fire off an Origin Pulse with Kyogre and then use Urshifu's turn to clean up if I ended up missing. I ultimately decided the process of slowly leveling Urshifu up with individual candies would have been much slower given the gigantic leap that the level cap takes from Gym 6 to Gym 7, since this is where, you know, all of this normally happens. So I just popped the cap candy on Urshifu and proceeded to wreak havoc all over the Moss Deep Gym.
Boom. Bye-bye, Xatu. I told you we never miss these Origin Pulse. That is a long animation. Good lord. Half the fight just was that. Boom. Tate and Liza are down.
Did you bomb?
Nope. Just Kyogre stuff.
As I made my way to Sootopolis City, it was becoming very evident just how massive my lead was. This was the cleanest movement that I've had in any of these races. So clean that I hadn't even hit a single optional trainer all race. It would take a monumental throw for anyone else to even have a chance of catching up with me.
We can just take this. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Uh-oh. We might have messed up the Sootopolis Gym puzzle.
That sounds like super debilitating. I think you should probably just give up right now.
I should.
Thankfully, this blunder only cost me about a minute of time, as I fell in a spot that just forced me to take on 2 additional optional trainers in this gym. After correctly solving the puzzle made for children, I took on Hoenn, and Kyurem is almost immediately able to make up that time loss by freeze drying all over him. Except for Thick Fat Celio, who I should have just punched with Urshifu.
Who needs Iron Bundle? We have Kyurem-White. You might not be as fast, but goddamn, you are certainly as powerful. You are certainly stronger and then some. This was the sleeper pick. Kyurem-White has been like one of the goats, honestly. All right, Hoenn is down. We did not mess up the puzzle twice.
All right, Brain, how about I take a bathroom break if you do?
Shake.
Yeah, do it.
Do we all want to put our controllers down? If we all agree to one, I'll do it.
Definitely put down my controller.
Dude,
yeah.
I'm just being honest.
If we all agree on it.
If we all agree on it, I'm sure it's fine.
Although I was no longer pitching a perfect game, I hadn't made nearly enough mistakes to forfeit the lead that I had worked so hard to build up. It was time to lock in and get through the final few fights, blocking my way to the Elite Four. I'd done enough of these races by now that I was tired of typing Emerald Victory Road map into Google, so I took the time beforehand to just memorize the layout, which saved me an additional couple of minutes. I arrived at the top of Evergrande City, and nobody was even within striking distance of me. Drake was this team's one road bump, so as long as I didn't take too much time dealing with his threatening dragons, I should have this one completely in the bag. The Elite Four is where Urshifu Single Strike was built to succeed.
Thanks to Unseen Fists, not even Phoebe's annoying Dusclops could slow him down as he would steamroll through each one of these first 3 members with complete ease.
Oh, I forgot to get the white herb. Oh, shoot. That's fine.
Okay, so I was supposed to visit the flower shop on my way back to Petalburg City after defeating Flannery so that I could get the white herb and nullify Mighty and his Intimidate, allowing Urshifu to sweep. But I was so locked in that I kind of forgot. Not to worry though, Kyurem can do just as good of a job, and it was honestly even faster since we could now bypass the close combat defense drop animation.
Yeah, who could possibly, even Crawdaunt thinks he could stand against us? Now we got that freeze dry. We got that freeze dry on deck. All right, that's 1 down. Sydney down.
With no white herb required to take down Phoebe, Urshifu gets to show off his phenomenal signature move that Phoebe certainly wasn't prepared for. She doesn't even let herself fall to the Unseen Fist, as Urshifu's sheer presence scares her so much that she wouldn't dare take any opportunity to waste my time.
Let's go. Get him out of here. All right, Urshifu's going crazy. Urshifu's going a little crazy. He is so powerful. This is why we were willing to give away everything.
Glacia would be no different, as 5 close combats was all Urshifu needed, and it was on to the only fight that could derail my run. I certainly wasn't worried about wiping with 6 legendaries in my party, but I knew I couldn't sweep this fight nearly as fast as the rapidly approaching Iron Bundle that was nearing in on the Elite Four. Kyurem's one fault in all of this was that it is just slightly too slow to outspeed and OHKO all of Drake's Pokemon. So I knew that I would have to play this one just a bit more carefully, but also not too careful where I would waste time in the process. Kyurem was all I needed to take down Wallace, so I was willing to sacrifice every single other Pokemon to secure my victory.
It's time for Drake. This is a scary one. This is the one where Iron Bundle would separate himself. Unfortunately, we are not fast enough. Okay, Salamence is the one that I'm most worried about. All right, now we just have Kyogre Ice Beam. Ugh, okay, God, that's even at -1. Salamence is just a beast. Okay, Flygon. We just do it again. That's fine. Come on. Come on. Hold, baby. Hold, Kyogre. Hold. Yes.
So, Brayden, where are you right now?
Oh, I'm on Drake right now.
What? Take your bathroom break right now, mister.
All right, we've gotten the scary ones out of the way. Let's see. Does it go for D-Dance? Yep. Okay, perfect. Now we just Dragon Claw. Okay, it's getting a little spicy. It's getting a little spicy. Come on, Mints. Come on, Mints. Prove yourself. Oh, come on, Mints. Don't pair me. He always pairs. No, full para. Okay. Woo! Dude, I literally went out of my way to get a cherry berry for that Kingdra because he always pairs me. We're going to Wallace.
Yeah, this is very fun.
Good luck, man. Good luck.
Good luck, my friend.
I didn't
hope
have
you
good
wipe. No, I'm
names
just kidding.
on.
Drake was unable to slow me and my team down, meaning that victory was all but assured now. Wallace was nothing more than a formality at this point, as he would soon fall and be forced to recognize me and my 6 broken legendary Pokemon as the strongest in all of Hoenn.
All right, this is the chance. Show yourself. Prove yourself, Kyurem. Prove that you are the superior freeze-dry Pokemon. Is it enough? Yes! Yes! Come on, Kyurem. Whiskashu, I don't know if that was the one, Wallace. Come on, Kyurem, let's go. Come on. Who needs Iron Bundle? Who needs him? Gyarados? I don't think so, buddy. I don't think so. Bye-bye. Freeze dry's a little too good. Tentacruel. Tenta's the one we need to be worried about. Yep, okay, he holds, but that's okay. This is a mild Kyurem, by the way, hitting it with a super effective freeze dry, and it's still not enough. That is the Tentacruel diff. One more. 2 more, just kidding. We have the Ludi. That's fine. That's fine. We eat those. We eat those. You think that matters? We're Kyurem, baby. We're Kyurem-White. And the final challenger, the legendary Slayer himself, Champion Wallace's Ludicolo? I don't think so, buddy. At long last, all it took was the most broken Pokemon in existence. Back on top, baby. The crown returns. GG's, Wallace. It's too easy. It's too easy. Wallace has been defeated.
That's
Yeah.
crazy.
Congratulations, Brayden. I mean,
Yo,
you took the early
congrats,
lead
man.
and no one else ever came
Yeah.
back. Was it
Kyurem was simply too strong.
This was a race where I knew that if I was completely locked in, I was going to take it all. Even better, we finally got to answer one of humanity's greatest questions. Which legendary can take down Pokemon Emerald the fastest?
And as we learned, it is, of course, none other than Calyrex Shadow Rider. But hey, at least I got this cool trophy.